This truck's massive hydraulic cylinder is completely bent into an obtuse angle, all because the owner carried just a little too much weight. In many countries, once a heavy-duty part like this bends, it's instantly considered scrap metal. But in Pakistan, the local mechanics claim they can overhaul the entire setup with their own ancient methods. To begin the repair, the workers first disassemble the hydraulic cylinder and remove it from the truck. It's hard to believe how such a thick, solid piston rod could be bent so easily. Lacking advanced machinery, the mechanic grabs an oxyacetylene torch and cuts directly through the base of the bent piston rod. Right next to him, the gas cylinders are lying soaked on the ground, which looks incredibly dangerous, and honestly, it isn't safe at all. These workers have no formal training. They've simply picked up their trade from older masters since childhood. The torch flame is intense, and the exposed section of the rod is sliced completely free in just a few minutes. Since the top section is gone, the inner root left inside the cylinder housing must be extracted next. The mechanic marks the cylinder head with a marker and uses the torch to make a clean, circular cut all the way around. Once the cut is complete, he hammers the severed piece away. Two workers then cooperate, hammering and jarring the cylinder to slowly pull the internal piston out piece by piece. Next, the broken rod must be separated from the piston assembly using heavy sledgehammers. Even though the piston looks rusted, it can still be reused after replacing the old sealing rings. To prepare the parts for the lathe, the oil pipe connection port is also sliced off with a torch. Because the initial cut is extremely rough, the mechanic mounts the piece onto a lathe, using a turning tool to smooth out the burrs and prepare it for reassembly. Once machined, the oil pipe port is welded back into place. Meanwhile, the piston assembly is put together. Instead of trying to straighten the old, bent rod, they choose to replace it entirely with a brand new premium-grade piston rod. A heavy-duty eyelet is welded onto one end of the new rod to ensure it remains robust and durable. With the new seals properly installed, the heavy piston rod is pushed back into the cylinder housing, a process requiring muscle and teamwork. Finally, a snap ring is locked into place to secure the cylinder cap, completing the entire repair. But the real test is reinstalling this massive cylinder onto the truck, which is basically like a mini relocation project. They use a chain hoist for assistance, but the heavy lifting doesn't stop them from doing the entire job in flip-flops. After installation, the truck is started up for a test run. The cylinder moves smoothly, and the truck bed looks incredibly solid. So the question is, if the repair bill comes out to $20, would you choose to fix it or buy a completely new one?